Yes, it is. Just gotta do these other things. Okay. Oh, hello. It is Tuesday. It's dirty. Just so I don't forget though, I do want to remind everybody that Friday I'm not streaming. I'm doing it Thursday. I moved it back a day, so then I won't be streaming till 10. I'll be like 9 again. So just heads up again. Anyways, so I did not get the bits figured out for what I wanted to do for the Alisha bit last night. So I'm still trying to figure that out, kind of. Hello, Joey. Because I have like kind of two parts I'm thinking about doing. One part, the only reason I'm kind of not considering it is because of the language might be a little bit difficult to play with. But is this supposed to get fine for some people? Don't know. So, because I know, Bertus, I still have it open here. Because the two parts I'm considering, because at least they're not overly graphic or anything, is a part with where he's talking on the phone here.
Because you got nice chicks.
So
But I just think some of the context might be weird.
Yep.
you went on a walk.
But it's
to
like
the
a minute
forest at
long?
midnight.
Yep.
You killed a homicidal vampire priest,
Dead.
and then you turned someone into a vampire.
Plus, this will be simple and easy to
Who
do.
happened to be a
Big titty
Police girl.
Yes, it's like I didn't just get through explaining this.
Now, if you don't mind, I've got things to do.
What things? You don't do things.
Yes,
I don't want to play the whole thing, but there's just, I think it's a 1 minute segment here
And kill homicidal vampire
where they're on the
priests.
phone, because that
Very
starts at
enthusiastic ones.
3 and
So
goes
that's
until
your field report.
Yep.
So you broke into the house.
4:20,
and
so a
you shot
minute
him
20
36
seconds?
times.
30.
No, I didn't finish it. I needed to work on the Alishai thing. If I can't figure out exactly what I want to do on which scene on this, I probably will go back to that for today. But I only have just about a month to finish it, so that's why I want to try to figure it out soon. But like this part's only about a minute. It's just them going back and forth on the phone. It's kind of goofy. And so it'd be fairly easy to do. It'd be more of a lot of the ambience setting up to shots, which I think would be really fun to do. The other one to do was part with Anderson. But the problem is to actually maintain all of the context would require a lot. Because it would be from, I think, part where his head gets knocked into a wall. Right there. And so that's like, what, 18? Until basically the end. So you're looking at least 2 minutes. And if I really wanted to actually finish it, it'd be almost 3. So it's like, yeah, I don't know if I want to do that much. The last one took about a month, and that was just for a minute 18 or something like that, or just over a minute. So, and this one would be easier in terms of scene setup because it wouldn't be as random, but it would be a lot of lip syncing. So, not thinking I want to do that part just for that. Because if I really wanted to cut it to just the part I cared about, it'd be towards the end, but then it would lose context. So I know that not everyone's seen it, so where they probably understand everything, or like those parts. I have 1 month. Oh wait, no, 2 months. I have 2 months. What am I talking about? It's still... Why did I only think I had 1 month? Whatever. No, it is only 1 month. Yeah, because I have to have it done by end of October, so... and the reason I'm saying I have to have it done within a month is because the con is this weekend right here. This would be 1 month, so it'd be 2 weeks beforehand. I got it renders and stuff, so I don't want to plan for being too close. But I don't know. I'm trying to decide if I want to do or which part, or if there's another part I potentially want to do. But there's just too much bad, like, swearing or violence that I want to try to keep it minimal. Well, the thing is, if I want to do the animation part, because like I said, this is going to be 2.5 minutes of animating to do in 1 month, and that's a lot of setup to do and a lot of lip syncing to do. I don't know if I could finish that in 1 month, even if I worked on it pretty consistently. So, because there's a lot of resources I don't have, like his swords I don't have. There's a part where like the actual sword gets shot, and it's like I don't know, some of those resources that I would need to do some of the stuff would be either need to be made or something, and that's really difficult. And plus, having somebody hold swords is not easy to do with horses. So that's why I'm thinking about doing the other part, because it allows me to still have fun with the conversation going back and forth between the two, showing the characters, building the environments, and just making something goofy with it. But I just don't know if that's much convention material, because there's talking about big titties and stuff. But I don't think there's any swearing, but the bickering is funny. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm kind of still on the edge. There's only only ones I can use are the first 3 episodes, because the other ones beyond that don't even have Alucard in there. So, because of that, I don't want to touch those, because the last one I did really didn't have much in there of him. So that's why I thought I want to do something with him in there, and that's limiting myself to just about a half hour of footage. So I think I kind of have to play around with this a bit, because I don't know. Yeah, I saw the picture for doing the Twilight, but that's why I don't know if to do that part would be way too much work. It would be kind of fun, because like his little pose walking down the hallway here is pretty badass. But yeah, I don't know, and that'd actually be pretty easy to do, except for the teeth part, maybe. So I don't know if I want to hold off on this until I can figure out 100% what segments I want to do first, because I'm not 100% certain of what part I want to do. I'm only doing it Thursday because it's no hell. Two is a lot of work. I'm taking almost half of my normal during week to sit here. So no, I'm just changing days for 1 day. So I think I'm gonna put that on hold for now and work on it once I have I'm a little bit more certain as to what I'm working on with it. So I can just go work on the other one for now. I should probably rename that to somewhat. Plus, I don't want people getting sick of me. There's Dash. Poor Dash. Well, yeah, I just don't know which. I'll figure out what scene I want to do, but it's just going to be 2 minutes is a lot of content to make. I mean, this is technically 39 seconds, and I've been just on stream time, been working on it for how long? I mean, it'd be a little easier for some of the stuff because of how it's built. I don't have to do full animating of somebody flying around like that, or at least not. I don't have long shots. It's these shots that take a while to do, like this one, that take the most time. But still, 2 minutes is a lot for 1 month anyway. But I want to think about it a little bit more, so that, because if I'm going to do it, I'm going to make sure I'm doing it right, and not rushing it to just try to get it done. And then, like last year, I was a month late, or not a month, a week late for Halloween. So we can instead of I'm trying to get this done.
General Firefly. Headed by General Firefly.
No, not General Firefly. I still don't like how Spike gets in there. Actually, is Joey still here? Is Joey? I think I need him blending more is what it is. He just kind of jumps from one thing to the other. His eyes are going to move a little bit more there too. I just think I need to have him blend more. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Well, it's also Spike doesn't have the mouth control that some of the other ones do, so I can't actually get the face that I want for him. Oh, no, I haven't. I'm not in any rush for it, though. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do no legs and no pelvis. And no tail. You know, if I really don't know how to answer that question. I really just do it. So it's hard to say. I don't think about stuff as I do it. I just kind of throw it out there and see what happens. Looks a little better. I think the thing that bothers me is the drum. It just kind of floats with him. I don't think he's here. He likes to come and go. Well, the smooth effect is one. Like, the smoothing of stuff is one thing, but you still have to plan for it. It's not as simple as just throwing smooth out and hope for the best. I didn't go down, not really. Okay, gotta use one at a time now. Actually, they should be like this too. I want to get the maximum amount of down without it hitting base. So like here his eye just opens up right to the middle of it. I don't want that. probably... Actually, what is with his eye? For one... Oh, his head's moving, I guess. Lock. Playhead. That's a little better. Hello, Shady. I just kind of threw the dolphin there. Poor dolphin couldn't see anything. And to the left. Really gets there fast. Whoa. Way too far to the right or left if he's gonna be like that. Okay, I'm gonna break this into pieces. I'm gonna go down first. Okay. No, the down wanted to be over here. Head needs to be tried a bit more. The museum part, I considered, it was really, really short, and I feel like animating all the people walking would be difficult, because there's a lot of, like, very cartoony anime parts in there that aren't realistic and would therefore be hard to translate. Plus, there's not... Because I thought he says something in there that would probably have to be beeped, but I think everything that I do would have to be beeped. Well, not in YouTube. In YouTube it would be whatever the hell I want to put, because that's my channel. But for the convention, I'm a little bit more restricted. I'm gonna keep his eyes closed just a little longer. And afterwards goes right into them, yeah. So I do have to be a little careful how I move him. I tried leaning him and it didn't work. Actually, I think I did.
Headed by General Firefly. General Firefly.
Still has to play
General
more
Fire.
here. But let me see what he's doing in the actual episode. I didn't have that prepped. Thought I made a shortcut for that one. Maybe I didn't. I swear I did. I guess I didn't. Full episode. This one? I think it is. Yes, it is. Alright, cool.
Okay, Rainbow.
No, it's just SFM Spike. Actually, I think it's just Spike in general, but SFM Spike does look a little weird, yes. But I had to work with him. Poor Rainbow looks so sad. Do I have to?
Clearly, reading and highlighting is not your style of studying. So let's move on to the tried and true
Wait a second.
history lecture.
What happened to the desk? She had like a little like desk table in front of her,
Clearly,
and then it's gone. Like, did it become her lunch?
snack time.
It's snack time.
Time.
Time. Time. Kind of wish I could do more like this entire scene, but that would take forever. So what part am I at? Actually, some of those would be a little easier because there's no rocking or jumping or anything. There it is.
General Fire.
He looks so fucking creepy. That's good because he is creepy. How do you, oh, it's an add-on. Comes in handy because I don't have to worry about all the other crap. And the main thing is too, I can do this and it still stays there. It doesn't do it for some certain content because it's considered pulling the video out into an external source, which some videos don't let you do. But for that stuff, it works great. I think I'm gonna keep him like that for now for that shot. For these shots are already done. Oh, actually, one thing I do need to do in this shot though. Sometimes things don't look natural because it's all the other stuff isn't working with you. But like here, see his tail isn't moving, so sometimes it just feels weird because that one part isn't doing its job. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this in pieces because the tail is a fickle thing. Other bit, I can do this with all three. Okay, do I need to worry about it swinging to the other side? No. That did help a lot, actually. Less things just, like, flopping. Or more things flopping, I guess. But I don't need a one-to-one. I know there's stuff out there that allows you to like wipe and move together. I just don't see a point. Because I'm not trying to. Because if you try to replicate it exactly, you kind of lose some of the originality of playing with it yourself. Like, there's certain bits that I'm trying to make as close as I can, but other stuff that I'm just like, whatever. Like Twilight. There's certain things that weren't going to work in this kind of environment. I might have to add something to that owl. He's really creepy the way he is right now. And actually, I should probably move him over more. Seems a little bit. Where's my video? Oh, it's right here. I think that allows us to.
An elite team of by General.
Yeah, he's way over there. Giant feet. It's a little better. Okay, I'll keep that. Speaking of drum, I think I only locked the root. So I only want to lock the root on these. I just can't remember if I moved everything from the other transform. I think I did. I'm smart if I did. I did, yes. Makes it easy to copy paste then. No, there's no worry. I can get to him later. He was just there. That's what I was trying to ask him something. I think he's technically still here. Yeah, he's technically still here. No, it's been updated quite a bit since its release. It just hasn't been updated for about the last year. Probably because they are waiting for SFM 2 or Source 2 to fully get implemented. Why update something that's going to be basically outdated and kind of thrown to the side when Source 2 comes out? No, the grouping, to see grouping, you have to go up to here and go to show scene hierarchy. Otherwise, it won't let you. Or you can just right-click any of the background parts here, because that is considered to be the scene hierarchy and it's defaulted to off. Spike is a bit forward, but that's kind of what I want to have done. Because he needs to move over there. Which is going to be fun to do.
Firefly, an elite team of aerial performers were chosen to help commemorate this
So him walking, how they have him do walking?
aerial performers were chosen.
Just randomly do stuff, but I can keep his legs off screen, so it doesn't mean they have to be perfect. It just means I have to move him. So let's just get him in position first. First off, I have to keep him in the same position as he at least mostly was from here. Should be that. Remove that. It shouldn't affect my root. Yes, it doesn't. The spike's done. Perfect. My only worry with Source 2 is that it's been taking so long to do and to get done that it's just going to be outdated before they even finish it. And I think that's probably one of the reasons that everything's been taking so long, is that they're constantly, adding to it to make it stay up to date, so that it's, because Valve wants to be flashy and big, but if everybody's already made stuff better, plus I think to them they've found that focusing on Steam is what's making them the money. The games and stuff are not really going to make them anything compared to what Steam would. Spike Racer. Should probably get him his steaks. Not gonna work no matter what I do for this. What were they locked by? But should by the root? No, they rocked by everything. That could come in handy. Where'd you go? Where'd they go? Oh, they're there. Cause I wonder if. No, that's a weird position. I'm just gonna have to manually do it. So I just gotta jam him in his hands. Ow. Oh, I forgot the two drumsticks. Okay. He's Wolverine. Right through the middle of the blue. Oh, like he is now. I'm tired, so I'm probably gonna get to the zone just because of that. So I just need him to stare at the camera and be stupid as shit. That Spike's good at that, so we're good.
Headed by General Firefly.
Okay, so when he turns at the beginning of this, little ear thingies have to come down too. It doesn't, not like I can manually tell the beard to shut off. That would be pretty cool though. Nah, it's gonna, yeah, it's growing out again. I'm lazy. He looks weird from this angle like that though. Does his eyes go super thin when he gets over there?
General Firefly.
Yeah, he does. So I have to make him go fucking crazy here. For one, I will do the other ear. Looks like it, like the raptor from Jurassic Park that sprayed the fat guy. Whatever. It was like, ah! This looks like. It's like he's not a dragon. He's a dinosaur. It's like murder. Well, that's creepy. Doesn't have a big enough mouth for that. Cause there he's like freaking tiny. Yeah, because the thing is, it's like, I'm not really getting him to do a smile with this. I'm getting him to do something creepy. Which is still Spike. He's a creepy motherfucker. Maybe the next shot has to match in this one, so I'm trying to play with this a little bit. I think if I take the upper face and maybe... He didn't have that. Oh, he does have that reflex. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. It looks like he's got crack. Alright. That's a little better. Is he looking right at the camera right at the beginning of this one?
Headed by General Firefly.
Yes. This could be weird. Let's see if I can do this. So we need to make Spike turn more towards the camera. Transform set, right? It's on local. Okay, that actually looks better when it's straight on. He's actually he's fucking creepy though. Did he get his tongue lower? I don't think so. No. I think I'm gonna open his mouth a bit more though. Yeah, I actually like that more. Too much stuff I want to work on. I want to work on the one for this song too. Every time I hear it. Ooh, well, I need to fix his eyes. He needs to go more to the left because his eyes aren't matching now. Slice his eyes up to that point.
He was held. Headed by General
Another big.
Firefly.
It's only afterwards that he goes into LSD mode. Okay, so Spike needs to look right at the camera here. Up until he turns, then I don't care. If I tilt his head back, it's gonna look a little weird, I think. It's gonna look weird no matter what. Because... So yeah. Because then, I don't know, that just looks weird to me. I'm gonna stick with it and see what happens. I'd have to lift his eyes though. Oh, it's interpreting it. His motion, that's why. I don't know if I was animated. Actually, I should probably lock this to the camera. He's looking right at the camera, but it looks like he's almost too high in more ways than one. There. Look at the head up. I think it's actually creepier. That'll work. Does this people change over the course of this?
An elite team of aerial performers was chosen to help.
Back to Crazy Spike though. Or High Spike.
Elite team.
If it was called My Little Spike, I don't think anybody would have watched it. I did rotate the root here when didn't do it here. Okay, so the green line should be straight. It should be straight at the camera. Right there. I have to get a little bit more of a stupid grin on him here. He watches you no matter where he goes. No, I think Spike could make a decent show if they built the show for him, but the thing is the show wasn't built for him, so its focus is never near him. He's just an assistant. And you could probably make a Dragon Tales that was actually worked or something. But I don't know. Spike is Spike. Rainbow seems to enjoy him. How do I make a smile that's matching that? Well, for one, I can't. But two, let's see what we can do. Let's affect everything. Look at him with Spike. Probably gonna be about the closest I'm gonna get. Yeah. Oh, there's nothing here that's gonna make it any better. I can maybe put a little bit of this in just around the mouth at the top. Yeah, that's about the best I'm gonna do with him. Like the spike. Love the spike. Spike. Woof woof. Woof woof. Woof woof. Woof woof woof. Bark bark. Woof woof bark. So we'll go with that. No, Pucker just starts destroying the mouth. Alright, I need to make a bit of Spike just playing the drums. Well, let's the speed
Flying. An elite team of aerial performers were chosen to help commemorate the flying. An elite team of aerial performers.
Impossible for me to do every beat, so I'm just gonna have to. And I think in the show they just have him jamming on it. Where is it? This
Team of aerial performers. Elite team of Firefly.
Inconsistency.
Fire.
This is over his right shoulder.
Fly.
Now it's over his left. Damn you, show.
An elite
Okay, so I already have Spike moving. He needs to
team
move.
of aerial per
So I just need to make him playing. But he has to be pretty stationary while he's doing this. I can just make him play the drums and add random other motions. So I need to do that. Okay, so this is... He starts moving. So let's do anything into here and it'll just blend. So 16 frames in that up. So creepy. Oh yeah, I got another one. So Spike's playing isn't really arm motion, it's just hand motion. Double check it quick.
Elite team of air.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just use these for now to set up the basic motion. So I need to have this arm down a little. Just up a little because that's flattened. Oh, they almost land in the exact same spot and not even try that. Which means that they're going to try to collide. So I'm just going to move this one back further. Playing the drums. So I think I'm going to keep it like that because I'm not actually seeing the drum itself. It means that I can play with the motion a little bit. So I think I'm going to keep it just basic. And they kind of go back and forth evenly. So let's take this one. This is just his arms. And I'm just going to do this with the beat then. I might actually be able to get away with that.
An elite team of aerial performers will
Okay, so I got to figure out at what points.
fly. An elite team of aerial performers were chosen to help fly. An elite team of aerial performers were chosen to help commemorate this auspicious occasion.
Trying to figure out how that's playing is going to be really tough.
Fly. An elite headed by General Firefly. An elite team of air.
The waveform's not going to help me either.
Headed by General Firefly, an elite team of aerial performers were chosen to help commemorate this auspicious occasion.
This is kind of.
To help commemorate, were chosen to help
So if we're in here.
Were chosen to help commemorate this commemorate.
So there's a quick one right here.
An elite team of an elite an elite team of air.
Okay, so then this is 3 really quick too.
An elite team of aerial performers were chosen to help commemorate this auspicious
Oh, there's multiple here. Well, we can't do drive-by adding things. See how that works. So what if I do playhead there, then copy here? Should be able to just do paste for every other. Okay, that didn't quite work how I wanted it. Need a larger segment. Oh, that's that one. This one then. So let's see if this can work. These are really quick, but if I blend them across each other, the arm won't lift as much, and it should work fine.
An elite team of aerial performers were chosen to help commemorate this auspicious occasion.
Then he's a little bit more on beat. And then I will use this tool that I have not used forever. Oops. Do not think this is going to work, but
An elite team of aerial performers were chosen to help commemorate this auspicious.
playing sucks so much. Alright, so I'm just going to do it like this. Except where it's really quick. That's the fastest I can do it, isn't it? Yeah. So let's do that. That crisscrosses, doesn't it? Yes, it does. You never want to have them crisscross, because it means that they never actually hit the point in which they're trying to impact, or have them fall. It's crisscross anyway. Now these are going to be interesting. For one, I gotta round it like here first. Oh, I don't, because we're going right to that note. So I want to see if this will work. It won't actually round that. Well, that is a lot in one go. I don't really need to do that every frame. That will invert this a little bit, but we'll just keep an extra one then. Do this way. I have another way to potentially do it I might play with.
An elite team of aerial performers were chosen to help commemorate this auspicious occasion. Chosen to help chosen to help chosen to help chosen to help chosen to help
Keep that. I need to get them closer to the. So I don't want to really change too much with the arms and stuff afterwards. It's just going to be the body motions.
chosen to help commemorate this auspicious an elite team of aerial performers were chosen to help commemorate an elite team of aerial.
So now I can do some body motion stuff and then just tweak if it's not hitting the actual drums at all. Good enough. I don't care for clips. I think it's gonna have to look weird. Does it go quick at the end?
Headed by General Firefly.
Okay, so I need to grab some of his arm bits on this one. This doesn't need to be too detailed.
Firefly. 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 General Firefly.
Work.
General Firefly. Headed by General Firefly.
So Spike is just supposed to be creepy the whole time. So I just gotta give him some random motion just to keep him going. So... okay, so he goes and moves then. one. Let me fix his eyes, because that's going to bug the shit out of me.
Aerial
Okay, she's looking up. And afterwards,
performers were chosen.
just looking forward, not at anybody. And skin should be also big. This one has tight pupils. I might have to play with that. Remember about Firefly.
General Firefly. General Firefly. General Firefly. 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 General Firefly. Firefly. By General Firefly.
I want a remix. I want the General Firefly remix. So I want to get his general motions down for the turns, so I can at least put him in that position as he's sliding. So he's just staying like that. When he goes to walk, he's leaning back. Wait a second. This is over his his left shoulder, and then it's over his. Oh, I guess it's supposed to be all the way around him. That's not. Wait, that doesn't make any sense either then, because he has it over one shoulder here. Then they imply that it's going over both shoulders around his neck.
Were chosen.
And then it's back on his other shoulder again. What the fuck? Spike the magic dragon. Because if it was around both shoulders, a little easier for me to play with. Whatever. Okay, so I need Spike walking again, but I think the base Spike walk is in the other one. Yeah. I don't know if I actually. There it is. Yeah. Whatever. Like, I'm just walking. What you looking at? Probably not do the face too. Oh, the skin is correct. Okay, so that'll work. But I need him to
Elite team of air.
lean back a little bit. He's got to be way more pimp. Oh yeah. That's how pimp does it. The drama has to go with him, which means I can adjust the arms. No, it's this whole... Yeah, I guess it is more of... just his spine. No, it's going to be really hard to do that. Sure. What question do you have? I need to make sure I can't lose this area that I have selected. So if I go to pelvis, it's where the green ones go. Okay. One camera for each shot or multiple ones? I mean, with each like whole file, I have multiple, obviously, but per shot, I've only used multiple cameras a couple times. And they're usually for specific purposes. So like, I can probably give some examples, but what's one? I was gonna say, oh, like, I can't even show you the example I just did because I can't show you it. Because, like, say I'm going to add jitter to a camera, I sometimes will copy the camera, or motion to a camera. I'll copy the camera so that I can add all that random jitter to it without destroying the camera, because jitter makes the other motions once you've done it really difficult. So sometimes I'll create a duplicate of the camera so that one is stationary or smooth and the other one has the roughness to it, so that, like, say I'm working on it too, I'm not having to work around jitter on a camera and while still being able to see what the camera sees. So I'll make a second camera for that. The only other reason I usually make a second camera is, and I will show you, is Remembrance a good scene for that? I think Remembrance is going to be the only one I can think of off the top of my head. It's this one. might crash it. I'm not sure how much memory it's going to take. Actually, did I do much in here? Can't remember if I actually utilized that. Yes, I did. I think right at the beginning. Or maybe I didn't. I don't think I did any faded shots actually in this one. Oh yeah, I did right here. Okay. So anytime I do like here, when the door opens a bit, there was a bit in there where the let me turn the lights off. Where the camera fades to another shot. But if you look at it and how this works, is the camera just keeps going forward, because the next shot is a different camera, this one, and so I rendered it twice. And then it goes to this shot, this would be fade to then. Because if you're fading, you have two pieces of video overlapping, and SFM doesn't really support that. You can overlap things, but it's hard to jump around to figure out which one's going first. So how I normally have to do it is I have to render this how I kind of want both to have it work, and like having the motion, and then go into post and figure out where I want the timing to be. So in here, let me put this time code to frames. You'll see right here is the camera's actually telling me where I want the fade, or where the fades are going to happen, so that I know where to reference. So on here, this camera one is going to be frame 2474, which is right here, frame 2474, to frame 2735. So to here. So it's about this point that this camera is ended. So let me put that back here. Right here. So that would be where it would end. The camera still goes a little bit beyond that, but it doesn't matter. So that's basically saying I know I wouldn't need this part of rendered, I need the camera to move up to that point. And then on this one, it was a 1 second, or just over a 1 second fade, so I had it set for 2700, which was right here. And so this way it starts motion beforehand, then at 2700, so at that point is where it faded. So that's what I use the multiple cameras for that. I had one video where I had to do like 5 of those in one shot, where so basically I had multiple cameras I had to constantly render. That was fun. That's really the only reason I use, or thing I use multiple cameras for after that, because that's just, it's the easiest way to do it. The problem with doing it this way too, though, is like right now, I think the lights are set up for camera 2, because all the lights are going to be different per shot. So it's set to make this look pretty. That's fine, but not the others. Oh no, actually I'm set for cam 1, so this would be cam 2 lights. So I separated the lights for the cameras so that I could when I went to go render, I could go cam 1 and cam 2. So I had to make sure, that's why it says remember lights here, so that I had cam 2 when I went to go render this as the second camera. And so you can see that the rim light actually is nice and on the edges of the models here. But if I go to cam 1, the lights wave comes around more here, and Applejack isn't working well here. That's because it isn't built for that camera. It's built for this camera, where I needed it to come around her edge on that side a little bit more. And so, actually I didn't put one in Applejack there. Whatever. So yeah, it's really complicated to work with fading that way, but it's, to me, the only way to really do it and make it work without making you're at a headache trying to do two separate shots completely and hoping that they work together. And plus this allowed me to not have to break the audio up to be able to figure it out where it's spacing later. It actually allowed the whole thing to be as one, and that just whatever. So that's why I also have this little note here that says dual render. I think that's the only one I had as a dual render. Oh, I think there might be one at the end. Yeah, right here. This one I didn't make a note of saying dual render, but again, it's a 2-camera bit. Because she explodes, but then things go back. The camera goes backwards. So things just keep going and falling. And the lights turn down, but it just doesn't make any sense. So you switch to camera 2. And you get to see the non-excitement from the distance. But then the lighting sucked in that shot, so I had to make sure that I actually beefed up the lighting for that shot. So yeah, that's what I do multiple camera for. The main reason I do multiple camera. I hope that answered your question anyway. Because, I mean, you might have a different reason for using multiple cameras, but my thing is that you should always have one that you consider to be your main camera. It's just sometimes it's beneficial to make secondary cameras. Or if you're working from a specific angle, sometimes having a secondary angle that you can work with that's just a dummy camera is nice to have. So if you have like your secondary viewport up here, you can have a different work angle from 2 different shots.
By General Firefly, an elite team of aerial performers were chosen to help team of...
I remembered my selection area. Oh, wait, do we have 2 shadies now? Oh, I think Shady Macro left. That would have been way too much Shady.
Team of aerial performers were...
Where's my video again? Alright, so Spike needs to look... For one, he needs to probably look a little bit more to his right.
Chosen.
Can't do that bump version. It's only the new ponies I can. If I really played with his eyes, I could follow it along with what he's doing.
An elite team of aerial
But I don't think it's going to matter too much.
performers were an elite team of aerial performers were chosen to help commemorate this auspicious occasion. An elite team of aerial performers. Team of aerial.
Okay, and now what does Spike's expression do here?
Aerial performers were chosen to.
It's harder now. There's on the other side. Good, I can still grab from over here. Let's do that. Oh. So he's leaning forward, basically. His thighs have been locked this whole time. Oh yeah, moonwalker paper. I don't know, leaning forward looks stupid. Guys, keep them like that. How to make a main camera without having to make a new one with every shot. Well, actually, like, I don't often create new shots. Like, even here, what am I doing still here? There we go. A lot of shots are similar, so there's no point to recreate it from scratch. It's just to copy paste it. So like, I started with setting up this shot, and then I looked at the next one and I said, okay, well that one's new, so I had to create from scratch. But really, all I did for that one was I copied this one, pasted it again, and then modified it to to move the camera around. That kept a lot of the settings and everything the same between shots. Then I went to this shot and I was like, well, actually this is like this shot but just up higher. So I copied this shot again, then moved the camera up to a higher angle. When I did this one, I was like, I just took this shot, copied Twilight from this shot, and put her in this shot. Or put her in this shot then. And then it's just going back and copy pasting the shots that are within the same viewing area or have the same people. So like for this shot, I went and copied this one because they're very similar. This one was a copy from this shot because they're almost identical. So then I didn't have to keep making new things. I had to move things around. So I only make ever one camera, and then I just whatever throughout. And do know that when you first create a project, there's no camera. But the moment that you right click and load a model and add the model into and say like load whatever and say open, it instantly creates a camera. You just can't see it. That's why when you hit shift and stuff, or I mean it's not shift. Whatever. Well, when you just swap to your between your camera and work camera, that's why that one exists there. To see it though, you have to go to create animation sets for new existing elements. And if you hadn't created a camera already, and even if you actually did create a camera, there would be one in here. And then you could just say create an element, and it would add that camera in. Then you don't have to have a dead camera sitting in the background. So I usually do. It's not doesn't matter. But I think it's C. I think I might have remapped it though. Yeah, I think I unmapped it because I didn't like it. I think C was to add new camera, but it like hides it so you don't see it. So I unmapped it so I don't accidentally hit C and create multiple cameras.
Of the first celestial year of peace, a celebration was held. Well, something
was off there, but I haven't animated her ears yet.
Headed by General Firefly, an elite team of aerial performers were chosen to help commemorate this auspicious occasion. By General Firefly, an elite team of aerial performers were chosen to help commemorate this.
I think he spins around a little too fast. Performers were chosen to help commemorate. Yeah, I mean, this way you just keep making new shots. New shots are the easiest way to do it. Actually, I think the main reason for having new shots isn't camera, because camera you can just like select from this point and have it do something completely different. The reason for splitting shots is to decrease the amount of resource or how intensive the resources are in your system. So like, because this like in this shot, I don't have to have Twilight in the shot. She's in other shots. So I don't have to be eating up the RAM and the processing to be processing a model you can't even see. That's kind of why I like scene builds, because technically, even though you can't see a lot of this, it's being processed in the background. But if you do a scene build, you can delete everything that's not immediately in front of the camera and make it super efficient. That's why, like, for instance, This is an example, a big example of that. I think there might be some models broken on it. Always spike. I'm waiting for this to crash my machine though. Sitting in red RAM. Red RAM. Yeah, don't try too hard on some of your first stuff, because I said before is you learn so much as you're doing it that you end up spending more time redoing than you do actually getting stuff done. No, so for this video, even though I have everything on right now, it's still running really efficiently. Like, I'm not having any frame rate drops or anything. And a lot of that is because
ponies are right
because it was a scene build, I can be super efficient with it. So, like here, the only models that exist are that hallway, nothing else. The next shot, her coming into the room, only thing that exists is exactly what is needed for that one shot, and that's it. So I basically created a really big scene build, and then went and built everything around it, and then when I was done or close, or like when I started animating to where I knew this is where everything was going to be, I went and took everything that was not in the shot and deleted it from these shots. So there was some, like, even this shot right here is just black screen. I literally deleted everything just to make it a quick render.
We are all feeling this loss.
Same thing here.
But I want to remind everyone.
Like here, that's not a full room. It's literally just exactly what's needed to make it complete. Even this was kind of sad because this camera just went and clipped this model, otherwise I could have got rid of that. This had to clip through something to show like the transitioning. So, yeah, just things like that. That's why I like scene building. It's like even here, it's just two walls and her. But where's my full scene build? I know I have one. Oh no, that's that other thing. I think is it the 0 time? There is a shot here that I think has everything. Maybe it is that one. Yeah. So this, I built the entire scene build for what I needed. So, Pip's room, hallway. Though I added this extra hallway just for the trailer. That seems a little. Oh yeah, that was for something else. I was originally going to have her go down some stairs here, but it does actually connect into here, where this goes into the vault bit, and then goes out the door into the hallway with the skeletons, and then up this, and then that's another map completely. But that's all an interconnected map made out of models. It's not an actual map, so I just deleted what wasn't needed. But yeah, that's why this can be super efficient, even with fancy lights.
Now or never.
I'm not stepping up there. Quick, seal the door.
Yay. And I know this is going to crash, so I'm going to quit this now and reopen it. No, I can't publish that scene build. It'd be impossible. There's too many models from different packs, and I'd have to give somebody every one of those models, and a lot of the times I may not have the right to do that myself, and it would be. I've only did it once to share a scene build, and even then, with the couple of people that I shared it with, it ended up being a headache of trying to explain where stuff was and how to get stuff figured out. This didn't work, and why isn't this loading? I was like, no. I am not sharing scene builds again. So that would be way too much of a headache to get people to figure out how to make it work.
Headed by General Firefly, an elite. Headed by General Firefly, an elite. Headed by General.
Actually, I think he almost doesn't even need much extra motion to get into that walk pose. when the jumping is just right. There's actually a couple different Fallout packs I've downloaded since then that are actually pretty useful. One of the really useful ones I downloaded was the one who has the armor in it, the Exo one, because you could use pieces of it that as armor on anybody. So you can make power armored ponies just kind of as a scene build armor. Is it easier to copy paste? Kind of. Like one, I have never really. No, I kind of did this with this one, but I'll show you an example of one way that it actually kind of comes in. Spike, what the hell here? In this one. Because I'm pretty sure I didn't delete them. No, I did not. Good. So, this is the moat thing. It just changes maps a few times, so I'm not going to bother with that. But when it came to a lot of the areas, it was like similar. So like the lighting inside had all a similar lighting, and the outside had a similar lighting and similar build and everything. So I, instead of having to rebuild every shot by like redoing the lighting for every one of them, what I kind of did first was I set up scene builds with a little bit of the basic lighting in there first. So like this one was anything that was going to be going on the deck. I loaded the models that I knew I'd be needing for it, and the scene build in the background, and I thought I had some. This actually I didn't really have any of the lighting set up, but I was like, I know I'm going to need these models, so I built everything and I put the suit on and everything, and I just put it in the shot. And then I needed a couple shots of the boat from far away, so I built up in an actual scene build for that. I'm not in the right map, so that's why it's not looking right. And then for here, this was going to be anything within inside, so that everything was kind of still along the same bits. So when I was copy pasting between shots, everything kind of already was the same, but nothing was animated. She's kind of going all super derp. But so what I made those for was then when I went to go and actually create the shots and put the timing in, like when I went to do this shot, I just went and grabbed this one, put it there, and then said, okay, I'll get to it later. When I went to this one, I grabbed this scene build, put it there, and then modified it when I needed it later. That was the inside control panel. That was the inside one as well. That was again outside, or on the boat. That was on the boat. And then back to the control room. So it just allowed me, because I already knew that there's only going to be like 4 different types of scenes, I just made a bunch of bases that I could copy and paste to. And then if I did need to add one later, instead of copy pasting all this other crap I'd have to delete, I could just copy the base, and then it saved me some time. If that answers your question at all. So yeah, copy paste is a wonderful thing. So abuse the crap out of it. If you can save yourself some time by copy pasting shots, just even to save your camera settings, or to give you at least a basis of where to go from where you are, and whatever, just take advantage of it. Plus, if you're doing multiple maps and you're using the trick of having the map name within that map, it'll also make it so if you copy paste it, you don't have to worry about finding the name of the map and naming the map to make it work. It already has it saved in there for you then. Because that's why, like, this one says Mirror Night, though it is not working for me. Oh, I have to actually load that up. So, like, come on. So that would pre-built to already work with it. So this is still saying wrong map for that. Whatever. It's me. But anyways, like, the methods that I came up with are methods that I came up with just because over time it's what works for me, just by playing around with things. So it doesn't mean that my way is right, it's just what worked for me. So it's sometimes not about copying what I'd maybe do, but like finding your own way. Sometimes playing around with other people so you can kind of figure out your own way to do it. It's just figuring out your way to organize things and develop from scratch. Everybody varies in some way or another. I've kind of made up my way of doing it. I mean, even the color coding thing I do is just something I figured out doing over time, so that I can just go, well, those are done, don't need to worry about those. But it doesn't mean that everybody has to do it that way. It just works for me. These bases that I create too, I also, when I'm done, like fully done with the shot, I delete all the bases, everything that's not shown, everything, because even if you go like, even if the spike is not visible and hidden like that, it's still being processed. So getting rid of him completely will definitely help your render times. Okay, question about. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna question from the topic. Question about lights. Whenever I make 9 lights, the message. Oh, that message. Okay. Yeah, you can have unshadowed and shadowed lights, but the engine can only handle 8 shadowed lights, and any shadow lights you create after that number won't work, and it'll probably break some other lights too. It's really easy to fix. All you have to do is right click it and say disable shadows. That's it. So you can have 8 that are shadowed, but if you go over that number, that's when you're going to have issues. So if you want to have 100 lights, you can have 92 non-shadowed lights and 8 shadowed lights. But each shadowed light does take up more processing, so if you don't need to use one, don't. So like here in this shot, I have a shadowed light that comes down and is interacting with the ground here so that they can, I have shadows being cast. They'll probably get rid of them because right now it's casting a shadow on Spike, which is weird. I don't want that. And I can't see the ground anyway. But if for like the lights that are usually rim lights, I still will keep shadowed, which this one is, but then once after that I don't. Yeah. So like this light that's hitting her is unshadowed. Her highlight's unshadowed, but a rim usually I do just so that it gives a little bit more life to the light that hits somebody. So yeah, that's, if you get that message, it means either unshadow the light that you created or play around with the lights that you have spawned and just get rid of the shadows. But again, if you don't need to have them shadowed, just turn it off, because it will help render times and your processing while you're just playing. One. What do I think about Force 2? I haven't really played with it enough. The only reason I haven't played with the Source 2 version of SFM is because it doesn't allow some of the super powerful things that I love about SFM. Like, I can't do material overrides. And material overrides are super powerful. I mean, that drum right there was a whole bunch of material overrides put on it. I thought there was some other stuff in here I did. Oh, the... the blackboard there was a material override. I don't think there's anything else in this shot really, or in this video, but I love material override. It's like one of my favorite things to play around with, and so when I heard that didn't exist there, I didn't even bother downloading it. Nothing really mattered because I think right now it's only for Dota. So I just want to add something to Spike here to keep him in, to keep him alive a little bit. Yeah, probably not pelvis. You can't even see the pelvis anyway. Drop doesn't work that great when you do it by over 50%. Okay, I need to do something with his eyes so he doesn't look so freaking creepy. I think I'll have them be wider and then slowly start dropping down. Alright, yeah, no problem. Ask any questions you want ever. I mean, that's the point of the stream, so. With highlights, I don't want to with highlights so far. But I make a decent looking highlight. That's tough. Because it really depends on the situation. Like here, I'm not going to probably bother doing highlights. Like, I'm not going to do very specific highlights. Like I have highlights on them to create more of a white eyeball, or to make sure that the eyeball is a little bit brighter than the rest of the body. But if you're talking about like the ones right in the pupil, that's difficult with animating. I really spent a lot of time on remembrance, moving the camera to make sure that it did line up with the eye. But if you're talking about animating with that, don't bother right now. That is it was a headache and it was a lot of work. While I felt it did give a huge boost to the visual quality, I don't think it's worth putting your time into yet. I think that's something you want to do later. But just having an eye light that it does lights up the eye, that's just a general light that just shines, or not general, and there's the modifications to make it so it just hits the eye, but you don't have to worry about trying to follow a pupil, especially if you're trying to make somebody lifelike and you have those little jostles. The light doesn't follow with the jostle. You can't lock it to the pupil. So unless you like jostle it by having it attached to a model and having that model look at the eye, you're always going to be having problems. So I wouldn't even bother. I didn't even play around with that for like 2 years. But I do think that if you really do put the time into doing something like that, it does make a big difference. To me, Remembrance wasn't, when I started doing that and I added some of the fancy lights and everything, the eyes just seemed so blah to me, and so I really wanted to put the time into it because the whole point of that video is to be pretty. Yeah, I started with going right to pony animations. The whole reason I started SFM was because of pony stuff, so yeah, it definitely was my starting point, and currently I haven't really put much thought into doing anything else. Right now his drum playing sucks. Then at the end here, he's clipping. Whatever. I won't bother with that right now. I think yeah, he does blink halfway through this, doesn't he? Spike, come back. Hi, Spike.
Headed by General Firefly, an elite team of aerial...
Yeah. Let's make him blink right here, why not? I should have Spike make some kind of reaction to his blinking. No, me, I live in Minnesota. So it goes to turn, but he just kind of does a magic pivot. And immediately goes on his way, so we gotta smooth that out a little bit. Actually, no, it's gonna be the roots. First turn I'm not worried about. The second one a little bit I am, because that's going to be tough to get down. Remember Fridays, that's actually Thursday. Thursday night stream. At least just for this week, anyway. Got some family stuff. I can't always tell them I can't do things on Friday. Trying to get just timing down, so just doing some motion to figure it out. I think that'll work. He's going the wrong way there. The main thing is going to be getting Spike to get prepped for the move. What's my favorite dish? Round. Preferably with a little inlet in the middle so that like liquids will condense and collect. Not too expensive because I want to be able to scratch it. Otherwise, if you're talking like satellite dishes, no, I use cable. But though I think you're talking about food. For food, I don't know. It's hard to say. I jump around a lot. I eat a little of everything. Especially since we started working out and stuff, I really changed my diet a lot. I used to just eat whatever, but now, meh. He really gets into position too fast here. One thing I don't like about Spike's walk is he's almost too... like his pelvis barely moves. He doesn't really have any up and down motion. Normally when you take a step, like from here, because it'd be like, you're at the peak of your walk right here. And then so from here to here, you'd actually go down a little bit. Should probably do a little bit afterwards. Do that. So this is his toes up. This would be the peak when I do it. I know his calves are locked, or his thighs are locked, that's fine. I might actually need to add a bit more. Didn't go down as much as I thought it would. Actually, I'm just gonna undo it, because I technically need the drum to go with. I thought the drum was locked to something. Oh, he's locked to his root, not his pelvis. I probably should do that instead. Yeah, now he actually feels like he's walking. Just before, I didn't really feel like he had a walk to him. Like, it was more like he was just sliding. I think in general, you should go down more here. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah, heroes do never die, though. Every time I hear that, it's usually I die. Spike needs to, I think, get a bit more into this. Be a little careful how I do this, but
An elite team of aerial performers fly. An elite team of aerial performers fly. An elite team of air fly.
might keep his arms moving jerky like that. Bothers me that they're not hitting the drum. Actually, the only thing I might add actually to it is the delay with the wrist. So instead of going like this, that he does kind of like swing. They're really close to each other again. I originally thought I'd space that out. Can't see, so clipping's okay. I think I want to do those. Lift this up, pull this down. Actually, not like this down. So I want to make sure that his he's getting the look of having his shoulders up like he does in the actual show. Oh, not that one yet. Do that from here. Color the bones. That's actually down SFM that does that. It's based on the names of the bones. So the reason that I can see colors on these in the actual line for the bones is because they're actually named after the valve biped bones. well, the ponies are named after nothing, so they don't have anything, I think, scripted to do that. Only the stuff that has that scripted that works that way. But I think he did it originally so that the rig would work on this. But technically, to make a rig work, the naming the bones doesn't matter. The name of the bones don't matter because you can just add a list of names to have, because the script for it will look for anything of that name and then assign it a title for the rest of the script anyway. So you could put anything like that. Okay, so how do I make him turn around like that? I don't want to turn around. Bye-bye. Oh. So eat my ass. There's already no lighting on. Okay, I don't need spike walk anymore. Actually helped. There's kind of a lot going on, so it's slowing it down a little bit. It's gonna be really hard to see. Well, actually, this motion should be like that. Mike. Oh, lots of things are happening. We're animating the spike. Really just trying to get the beginning part of them done. Well, and the other creepy part here. Because Spike wants their soul. Actually, there's a soul eater skin of him, so they could technically eat your soul. Spike is still on drugs. Spike is always on drugs. I just catch them just as their eyes are opening. Same with the rainbow. No, that's just Sly Rainbow. I guys see what you did there. She just looks badass like that. That's what it is. Separate. That already adjusts kind of fine. Doesn't go down though. I should adjust that to the left. Oh, not left, right. go. Like, she could be like this, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Psych's actually turned out pretty good. Way better than I expected him to be, actually. I thought he was going to be way creepier. He's still creepy as hell right there. But he gets like super intense. He's like super focused. Super focused, Spike. Oh, not too much dolphin. Look at Spike. He's not creepy.
Holy shit!
Spike.
You really call that not creepy?
He's not creepy.
I think that's pretty creepy.
Bark, bark.
Oh my god.
Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark. Bark.
Sometimes I wonder about you.
Oh, so I finished. I kind of got him done there. And I'm working on him going to the side. He's just not. This part's basically done, and then I don't have him animated to do that part yet. He's kind of like blinks into whatever emotion he wants there.
So you're also just working on Spike at this point?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna make this a green because I'm gonna say that one is
Good.
good enough for now.
Am I trying to take Argo away again? Not really. I'm just coming to see
I
how
got 10
things are
minutes.
going. You have 13 minutes technically.
Dolphin.
First you didn't want the dolphin, now you want
No,
the
there was
dolphin.
too much dolphin, and now it's the right amount.
Too much dolphin? I don't know if there can be such a thing as too much dolphin. What the fuck?
Ah! 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 Dolphin.
Oh my god.
Why do I have another bookmark here?
Nah, I'm not gonna stay here for 10 minutes. I'm just coming to check and see how it's going.
Rainbow's doing cute things.
She looks really well animated there. Except for her eyelids moving into her eye.
That's just because of the jiggles. Why is this
It's
bookmark
like, what the fuck?
It'll be like, in post it won't do that.
Oh.
No, it's just, she does all her cute things. And she just goes in her normal, like, trance one there. And then I just got the... That's Twilight. I love it. She's always so surprised.
What possessed you to do this?
Burk, burk.
Jesus Christ.
Burk, burk, burk. Somebody was... I was looking for a short video and they recommended this, so I did it.
That is a pretty cute one to do.
Burk, burk.
You love barking.
Bark, bark. Because it works with anything. You can grab any part and just grab somebody's mouth, and it'll work. So like here, bark, bark. Doesn't matter where it is.
What about Spike?
Spike doesn't really work for her. The ponies it works better for.
How about the owl?
The owl, kind of.
Here's the face.
Bark, bark. Bark, bark.
Do it with Owlicious.
Bark, bark. Bark, bark, bark.
Freaking owl.
Bark, bark. Woo. Bark, bark. Bark, bark. Woo, woo. Bark, bark. Woo, woo. Woo, woo, bark.
You're weird. Oh god.
Yes.
Yeah, you could be saying book book.
Yeah, you can do that with her. Book, book. Book, book, bark. Bark, bark, book.
Oh my
One.
god.
Yeah, so you go. I gotta get up a little higher there. So you go. Bark, bark, book. Bark, 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 bark. Book. Book, book. Book, book, book. I'm gonna break that there.
Apparently the kitty wants to get involved.
Headed by General Firefly.
You want to get involved, honey? Kitty, kitty, kitty. Here's your good cat. Well, I'll leave you to it for the last 9 minutes.
Yay.
Yeah.
An elite
More Spike.
Hi, kitty.
So he's still
General
tiny.
Firefly. Headed by General Firefly.
How does this transition?
Headed by General Firefly. General Firefly. General Firefly. General Firefly.
He obviously had his arm eat the bit here. There we go. Oh wow, they just like don't even go smooth, do they?
General Firefly. Headed by General Firefly. Headed by General Firefly. Headed by General Firefly.
Might want to back
Headed
up
by
his arms a little bit. He's
General Firefly.
flailing him a little bit there, but
An
I'll worry
elite
about that
team
later.
of aerial performers were chosen to help commit. Fly.
This is, I don't know why, there's something cute about when ponies
An
go.
elite team of aerial. An elite team of aerial performers were chosen to help commit.
Not even bother doing the second
Elite
spike
team
part
of
right
aerial-
there. So is there anything
An
refining I
elite
can do
team
here?
of air. Team of team of aerial performers were chosen to help. Aerial performers were chosen.
Don't worry about that other part later. Yes, I am trying to murder you. With the downline. No. I'm just copying what the show did. Not really. No, they can't. Well, for one, SFM can't be used for commercial purposes, so technically, no, they can't do it. DHX would not be allowed to, not without some kind of contract or something with Valve. For one, and two, then they as well just use another program. They wouldn't use SFM. SFM is not. I think there's only been one time when actual feature film was attempted in SFM, but I haven't heard anything about it since. But that I don't see it happening, because if you have the resources, the money to do anything like that, why would you choose a software that's supposed to be easy to use when you could just pay the people that could do the big stuff with it? So no, they would never use SFM. It would be neat to see in 3D at some point though. But anyways, it is 9 o'clock and I am kind of hungry, so I want to get food, and I'm tired, so I want to read for a bit. So I do want to play around more with the Alchef videos and try to figure out what it is that I want to do specifically, so that I can figure out, nail down probably at 1 minute most video. But I kind of thought about doing something actiony, but I don't want to make it like too actiony and then I have the con be like, you can't throw that here. So I don't know. But I mean, they didn't mind when Adam played Five Nights at Freddy stuff. That was kind of a jump scare thing. So I'm thinking that they're a little more lenient than like BronyCon is. So I don't know, I'll have to see. But I'll have to play with that. I want to try to look at that tomorrow and get an idea for it. So No, not hummus. I'm gonna get actually food. Hummus is my snack food. So yeah, I can't think of anything else right now. But remember that I'm not streaming Friday. I'm streaming Thursday because I'm doing. I'm gonna be doing some family stuff on Friday. So don't. If you pop up here on Friday, you will be disappointed by the lack of anything. Anyways, so I am going to head off and get food. So thanks for coming. Dolphin says bye. Dolphin says bye. But then Dolphin is attacked by K-Cat. Meow meow. Dolphin attack. Stop attacking the mic, Dolphin. Dolphin, bad Dolphin. Meow meow meow. Bark bark bark. Bark bark. Okay, see you guys later.